Okay guys, so phase one is complete, and I just wanted to give you a few things to keep in mind if you're making something similar. So because this book has a lot of pages in it, and because I added basically 2 more pieces of paper to each page, or 1 piece of paper to each page, it becomes a lot more bulky than it started. And at some point I started, because one of the reasons I love this type of sketchbook is because it's stitched. So you can see that the signatures, so here are the signatures. So the signatures are here. And yeah, what I started doing after I realized it was getting kind of bulky, so when it's untouched, it doesn't close properly. Now, I don't mind so much, and I will wrap it with a ribbon, and I think when it's, you know, in the party, it's going to be open anyway, and then when it's all finished, it'll probably be on a bookshelf, so I don't think it really matters. But at some point when I saw it was starting to get chunky, I started just to take the kind of middle pages in each signature to make it less bulky. Now, if you're going to do something similar, just make sure you're left with enough papers for your purposes. So if you're doing a guest book, keep in mind at how many guests you're expecting and how much space you need. And if we're talking about a large event, then it's probably anyway a good idea to have more than 1 book. And that way it's not like a ginormous book. And also at the event itself, you know, 2 people can write at the same time, and you don't have to have everyone waiting for 1 book. In this case, it's a relatively small event as far as I understood, with around 50 people. So 1 book should be enough. And yeah, so I took out all these, and I'm going to use them as, you know, practice sheets or whatever. You can make your own journal also. You could fold them in half and create your own signatures. You can use these probably in a traveler's notebook, so you really don't have to waste them. But I took out quite a few to make it more adjustable to my needs. So at the beginning I started to kind of put the main cards, and then at some point I just, this I think was the first one that I made, then at some point I just started adding the pattern paper, and this was really easy. What I did was I cut pieces of 12 by 12 papers. I cut them to 9 inches on 12 inches, and then I cut them again at the 7-inch mark. So this piece is 9 by 7, and this piece is 9 by 5, and that made it really easy. And also I think it looks a bit more interesting and less repetitive, and I wouldn't be able to get, if I wanted these sizes of papers also on this side, a 9 by 7, I wouldn't be able to get them both from a 12 by 12, obviously, because yeah, that doesn't work. Do the math. And you just want to make sure, if you're using patterns that have a particular orientation, that you want to make sure that you cut the first 3 inches along that orientation. Mostly the easiest was to cut the 3 inches, you know, including the manufacturer strip, but it doesn't work if you have an orientation in a paper like this, that the manufacturer strip is at the bottom and then the pattern goes like that. So I had that, I think, a couple of times. 1 I messed up. Oh, 2 I messed up. The butterflies I messed up. I can't put them like this. It doesn't make any sense. I messed it up. And then there was a paper with bunnies. I messed that one up too. So just make sure you cut it with the right orientation. Here it's probably also a bit messed up, but that doesn't really matter because it's just a pattern. So my next step is to create this in each page. I'm going to add 2 4x6 journaling cards, and then either 1 4x6, 2 3x4, I want to say, and then 1 4x6 or another 2 3x4s. And I just want to keep them with lots of space for writing. And after I'll do that, I'm going to go back and add embellishments and stickers, keep it flat. And then the last thing I will do is somehow decorate the cover. I'm a little bit nervous about that, not sure what I'll do. And then I will wrap it up nicely and send it on its way. Okay, so moving on to the next. Okay guys, I wanted to show you the finished product. I finished it once I had an idea of what I was doing and kind of got into the formula. This went really fast. So I kept the cover pretty simple. I used this gorgeous floral pieces from Crate Paper, Maggie Holmes. What I did was I used some strong adhesive, tacky glue, to stick it on the cover, and added these pieces of ribbon underneath it, so it's all really nicely stuck together. Now I have to say that I probably should have added my ribbon, whoops, to go like this. I think that would have made a bit more sense and looked nicer when it's open. But yeah, it's a little bit, I could kind of do some surgery, but yeah, that's how it is. It looks pretty nice when it's closed. I like it that it's here, but when it's open it's a bit stupid. But the thing, the book will be open anyway like this when it's being used, so it doesn't really matter where the ribbon is, I think. I hope. So yeah, I'll just do a quick flip through so you can see. Kept it very simple, kept it very flat because it's already pretty chunky. And I didn't add any, you know, even die cuts, I didn't add them. I just added stickers. No chipboard, nothing dimensional. Kept it flat because there's already, you know, the sketchbook is already full as it is, and then there's the pattern paper, and then there are the cards, and then there are the stickers, so it adds a lot of bulk. And I made really good use of my stash of stickers and stash of older Project Life cards that finally got some good use out of them. And yeah, I'm very pleased with how it turned out, and I think it will be very inviting for people to come and take a look and kind of pick their favorite page and write a few words to my beautiful niece, wishing her, you know, everything you want to wish to someone that you love. And that's it. So I hope this kind of gives you a good idea on if you happen to have a similar project in the works. I spent so much time deciding on the format. It was really, really difficult to decide, and I kind of explained all my issues, I think, earlier in the video, so I won't repeat that. But I'm very happy with how it turned out, and hopefully my niece will also like it. Bye!